My name is Emily Cole. I'm 34, and I drove 8 hours through snow. For family. The radio murmured countdown specials. All I could hear was hope. 3 years since our last reunion. Maybe this time would be different. Champagne on the seat, her favorite brand. Gifts wrapped to match her color scheme. I parked beneath the porch lights. The door opened fast. Melissa looked me over, then my old car. Her smile went sharp. She laughed like it was charity. This party's for family only. 30 seconds. No explanation. Just cold air and warmer humiliation. Has a door ever closed on you like this? Tell me what they said and what you did next. If you carried that cold home, you're not alone. I didn't beg to enter. I chose who holds my keys. I wasn't invited. I was useful. There's a difference my family practiced. After our parents died, Melissa was drowning in bills and silence. I stepped in quietly. 1 month became 6 years. Auto transfers every first Friday. Insurance on her SUV under my name. Phone lines on my family plan. Groceries when Travis's freelance slowed again. Streaming. Cloud backups. Home security. Food delivery. Little pipes sending money where love should be. She called it temporary help. Temporary learned to sit and stay. I lived small, saved smaller, kept the peace. They lived bigger, smiled wider, kept the story. I didn't ask for praise. I asked to belong. Growing up, Melissa chose teams. I kept score from the bench. Family first, she'd say. She meant hers. On the mountain road, hope felt possible. Hope is expensive like that. Then the text arrived. Travis sent it to me by mistake. Why'd that loser show up? Laughing emojis. A swipe at my car. A swipe at my face. Cruelty that fits like a tailored suit. I pulled into a gas station. Wipers ticking like grief's metronome. Read it 3 more times. Each time burned cleaner. I opened the banking app. There were the pipes. Transfers, plans, passwords I made. All the ways I kept them warm. All the ways I stayed outside. Childhood echoed on the windshield. Her laugh at the door. His laugh on my screen. 2 choirs, 1 hymn. I finally said the quiet part. I am not their wallet. I am not their understudy. I'm done buying admission to exist. If family needs receipts, it isn't family. Snow feathered the windshield like static. My hands stopped shaking. Not from calm, from certainty. I pulled into a gas station. Engine ticking. Wipers clacking grief into rhythm. I opened the banking app. There were the pipes. Every little vein I'd built for them. Insurance first. Her SUV sat under my coverage. Remove vehicle. Confirm. A warning flashed about midnight lapse. I exhaled. She had hours to become an adult. Next, the phone plan. I had added Melissa and Travis years ago. Their lines were tagged family. I changed the tag to closed. Remove numbers. Confirm. Processing within hours. Silence would finally belong to me. Auto transfers glowed like runway lights. Rent patches. Utility bridges. Freelance is slow again subsidies. Cancel this month. Cancel next month. Cancel the habit. Totals recalculated. About $3,500 a month reclaimed. A salary of self-respect I never paid myself. Then the subscriptions. Streaming. Cloud storage. Premium food delivery. Click. 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 Each cancellation felt like a stitch pulled. The fabric snapped back to my size. I checked the home security account. My card. Their peace of mind. Cancel service. A reminder appeared. Equipment will chirp on disconnect. Let it sing. Walls should remember who protected them. I sat in the driver's seat, breathing steam. The radio still counted down strangers' midnights. Mine had already happened at the door. Back on the road, the snow thickened. Taillights ahead blurred into rubies. I set the phone face down. Let the quiet be loud for once. At home, I stacked the presents by the door. Champagne on the counter. I made ramen. Ate standing up. Felt lighter than dessert. By 11:45, my phone began buzzing. Melissa twice. Travis once. Then both alternating like sirens. I let them ring. Voicemails piled up without teeth. Midnight arrived without fireworks. I slept through the countdown. Best sleep in months. New Year's morning, the sun came metallic and clean. My notifications looked frantic and small. A dozen texts pleading misunderstanding. A few calling me dramatic. The usual choreography. Guilt with a spin move. I brewed coffee and scrolled the receipts. Cancellation emails. Case numbers. Digital signatures of a life corrected. My apartment felt bigger by inches. Quiet had edges now. It held. I wrote 1 line in my notes app. I give what I choose, not what I'm cornered into. Then I showered, changed the sheets, opened the windows. Cold air rushed in like truth. I didn't need their answers. I needed my boundaries. The phone buzzed again. I turned its screen down. The kettle began to sing. Outside, power lines hummed over the snow. I finally heard my own frequency. I wasn't cruel. I just closed the account. 5 days later, she showed up. No warning, only a face slept on wrong. I watched through the peephole. She checked her reflection in her phone, practiced a smile without eyes, then knocked. I opened the door halfway. Cold air pooled between us. "Can we talk?" she asked softly. She started with easy apologies. I was stressed that night. Hosting is harder than it looks. You know how Travis gets. I said nothing. She filled the silence. "It wasn't about you," she tried. "It was the vibe and timing." "The word you used was family," I said. Her mouth tightened. "Emily, you know what I meant." "I heard what you said." She switched to practical concerns. Phone lines mysteriously off. Security system chirping. Insurance lapsed at midnight. "We're exposed," she whispered. "Help me fix this." I kept the door at halfway. "Those were gifts," she claimed. "Temporary help," I corrected. "Temporary that learned to stay." Her eyes glossed. Tears on cue. "You're punishing me," she said. "I'm setting terms," I answered. She glanced at the presents. "Can we reset?" she asked. "Start the year fresh?" "Without the money," I said. "Without the performances." Her tone hardened like frost. "So you'd rather watch us struggle?" "I'd rather we were honest." She tried a charm detour. "I told everyone you were coming. You told me I wasn't family." A flinch. "True." She pivoted again. "I protected you from drama that night." "You created it at my door." "Travis was drinking," she said. "His text wasn't real." Drunk words love sober truths. She crossed her arms. "So you're cutting us off." "I'm cutting the rope burns." Silence stretched thin. Outside, a plow scraped the street. Inside, my kettle ticked. Her phone vibrated. She didn't look. "People will talk, Emily," she warned. "They always do," I said. "I won't." She tried one last key. "I miss you," she whispered. "Do you miss me or my yes?" She stared at the floor. Didn't answer. "Tell me what you want," she said finally. "Mutual respect," I said. "Fewer invoices disguised as love. Boundaries that survive weather." "And if we apologize?" "Then change," I said. "Keep it changed." She nodded like the word was foreign. Stepped back, thawing an inch. "Will you think about it?" "I already did," I said. "For 6 years." She looked past me to the window. Snow brightened the room. "Text me if you reconsider," she said. "I'll answer if you transform," I said. I closed the door gently. The latch sounded final, not cruel. Steam coiled from the kettle. My hands didn't shake. The apartment fit me again. I poured tea. Typed one line in my notes. Not angry, accurate. Outside, tires hissed on wet snow. Her taillights bled into gray. I breathed. Chose the quiet again. An apology without change is just another withdrawal. The week after, the phone learned new tricks. Unknown numbers. Apologies with invoices attached. Melissa texted a script. "I never meant to hurt you. Things got out of hand. Can you restore the phone plan?" I read it once, then muted the thread. Silence isn't anger. It's alignment. By Tuesday, relatives formed a chorus. Families fight, then forgive. Be the bigger person. Blood before boundaries. I brewed coffee instead. Bigger than what exactly? Their spending? Their stories? Their need for my yes? Jenna asked to meet. Hands around warm mugs. "I heard 3 versions," she said. "Tell me yours." I told her once. No garnish. No rage. Just the ledger and the door. Her face folded into quiet. "That explains the panic," she whispered. "They depended on your silence." That night, a group chat screenshot arrived. My name underlined. Accusations tidy as spreadsheets. Emily cut us off without warning. Money over family. Pray for her heart. I didn't reply. I saved the screenshot. Receipts don't need speeches. They just need daylight. Margaret called next. Polite. Measured. "Melissa says the systems are failing," she said. "She's scared." "I understand," I answered. "Fear isn't a plan." Margaret paused. "What would help fix this?" "Honesty with consequences," I said. "Living at their size, not mine." 2 days later, Travis called. Voice smooth like a resume. "About that text," he began. "Missent. Wrong context." "Right contempt," I said. He cleared his throat. "We're under pressure here." "So was I said. "For 6 years." He floated a compromise. "Maybe just the insurance for now." "Maybe just no," I answered. "Respect first. Everything else negotiates later." Messages slowed, then sharpened. A public post appeared. Sometimes the people you help most abandon you. A photo of candles. Stay strong. She'll come around. I went for a walk. Snow spoke softly under boots. Streetlights painted the world clean. My chest felt level for once. When I returned, I wrote one page. What I paid. What I canceled. What I heard at the door. What I require to reconcile. Respect. Repentance with proof. Change that survives Tuesdays. I didn't send the page. I kept it for me. Boundaries begin where explanations end. Friday morning, Jenna texted again. They're asking what you want, she wrote. I answered with 8 words. I want my no to count as love. She replied a single heart. That evening, Melissa tried one more angle. A selfie with swollen eyes. I miss my sister, the caption said. I stared at the screen. Miss me, then meet me. Meet me where money isn't love. Meet me where doors stay open both ways. I locked the phone. Turned on a lamp. Folded laundry like promises kept. Peace didn't feel dramatic. It felt dependable. I didn't cut them off. I stopped funding the illusion. It's been months since the door clicked shut. No drama. No speeches. Just the steady work of peace. I moved furniture an inch at a time. Hung lighter curtains. Learned my apartment's morning light. Silence stopped feeling like punishment. It started sounding like oxygen. Bills arrived with only my name. Strange how relief reads in black ink. I cooked for one without apology. I ate while it was hot. I slept through storms I used to cause. On Sundays, I drive nowhere special. Windows cracked. Radio low. Power lines hum over open road. I used to keep everyone's lights on. Now I keep my own. Melissa still posts verse-length captions. Candles. Lessons. A softness she performs for strangers. I don't clap anymore. I don't boo either. I choose the quiet. Jenna texts sometimes, just weather and recipes. Real friendship is small and dependable. It doesn't send invoices. It doesn't call love a plan. I wrote 2 lists and pinned them. What I no longer fund. What I always deserve. Respect. Reciprocity. A seat that doesn't require tickets. A door that doesn't lock for optics. If she changes, we can talk. Not about money. About repair with proof. A year, maybe 2, of kept boundaries. Changed patterns, not captions. Some nights I turn off every light. Let the room be plain and true. My chest stays level. My hands don't rush to fix. The quiet holds. If your piece was called selfish, hear me. Choosing distance isn't cruelty. It's clarity. If family made you earn presence with payment, write your new terms, then live them. Have you reclaimed your no from people you love? Tell me how it changed you. If you're starting today, you're not alone. Your story helps someone leave the porch. I don't audition for belonging anymore. I belong where I'm respected.